So today we will carry on.
Brijesh,
Yes,
I'm just writing a test case.
yes,
So if I give the email address,
yeah, go on.
so with the email address, um, how will it accept like a email address? Because do we need to put a suffix like .com
Yes,
or
you have to have this at whatever
at
it
the
is and .com or .something. It recognizes that the validation is there.
okay? How do
Yeah.
we write that in here?
Here you just make up one Brijesh Virola at google.com. Yeah, gmail.com means something like this. Similar way you can have anything. If I have to make some say I say so and so name at brijeshvirola.com 123 at brijeshvirola.com. Okay, there is a website, I forgot it. It can generate some email addresses for you,
Okay.
but the email validation is there. Okay, so when you are writing the email address somewhere in these fields, as for
Mhm.
example, you go on some of the websites for registration. Go to Udemy as for example, if you don't have account. So yeah, go on that register. Yeah, so you click on register. Yeah, sign up. So the sign up accepts email address, yes. So put something different. Just put your name. First put your name and just repeat the name there. See, it will say this email is not in the wherever is the email, the validation is there. So it accepts the correct format only. See, can you say please include an at in the email address? Yes.
Okay.
If you just put at, then also it say it is expecting something dot something. Just put at Vinay at something and see. Yes. So at it is still. So if you put Vinay.com, then it will accept it. Just put Vinay.com. It will accept it. If you put .co.uk, yeah, the password length is not correct. But you can see in that it has accepted the email address. Yeah, so it has to have this format at and dot something. It can be anything .org, .com, .co.uk. But this is the validation, the format of the email.
Yeah. So for .com, so if instead of .com, if I give org, will it accept?
Yes,
So we can write test cases for those ones as well.
yes, yeah,
So .com, org. So because we know only very few, there will be n number of things, right?
yes, yeah.
How do we know that?
So I told you, no, there is a website. It can generate different email addresses, but we don't need to do this much testing whenever this validation is the. So once you know it doesn't accept this way, that is fine. One
Mhm.
or two incorrect email addresses, they are more than enough. Otherwise, what happens? You test one valid and test 500 invalid. So that should not happen in testing. You need to remember that negative and positive testing is equivalent. Yes, it should
Mhm.
be equal. You should not write one positive test case and 500 negative test cases, because you are not doing. Main intention of the testing is the system should do what it has to do. Yes,
Yeah.
and the system should not do what it should not do. So in that, if you test with 1 or 2 or 500, it is waste of time. So as long as your positive path is expected, and what you are means whatever is expected, it is doing it. That is more than enough for the time being when you are testing. Yes. So negative testing is important, but not this much. You can say 1 by 1 ratio. If you have one test case positive, then you can 2 3 test case. But there would be more and more negative scenarios. Yes.
Yeah.
So positive scenarios you need to concentrate on more. As long as it's a valid. My name Brijesh Virola at gmail.com. Yes. If you try with one, if you try this Vinay at vinay.com, that is enough for you. That means it accepts. Then you can try Vinay at vinay.co.uk. 123 at 123.com. It will accept it.
Yeah.
But
Can you see test case? Does it make
yes,
sense?
sign up on the application with valid email. The purpose of the test case is to verify the user should be able to sign up for the application with valid email. Yeah, correct, nothing wrong.
So
When the user clicks on submit button, user should be able to submit email ID success. Not email ID. It should account should be created successfully.
this will be
This this will redirect the user. This will redirect the user to enter the username and password. Huh?
so. How do we write that? At the rate and dot com. How do we mention that here
In the
for in the
valid
prompt?
format, see you put invalid email address. Yes. So in the test data, we don't have this part of test data. In that you have put user should be able to click on sign up. This will redirect the user to sign up page. Huh?
I came bit for this one.
Okay, valid email address. Yes. So here it should do the see launch, click on sign up. Then we have missed one bit in test data bit. In the test data bit, you need to enter valid email ID is there. Yes. Number 4. So here you put enter email in a valid format, and you can, for example, this should come in the test data. In the test data, you can give enter email ID in correct format. Yes. For example, you can say format vinay at vinay.com you can give. But this should be dealt by the test data, which we don't have it in here. Yes. So we should have one column test data.
Will it accept now?
Yes. This is a format. So you don't need to worry about too many other formats. If it one accepted, that means accepted. Yes. But I will find out there is a website which can help you can use to generate different email addresses. Enter invalid email ID. So in
Valid
the
email.
invalid email ID, you can say email in incorrect format. Enter invalid email ID is there no. So you leave it. Enter invalid email ID dash email address in incorrect format. So you can understand it. Yes.
When user clicks a submit button, an error message should pop up saying enter a valid email
Valid
address.
email. Correct. Absolutely correct. You can bunch these test cases together.
Yeah, once when we give the email address, next it will be asking for the username, right?
Yes, yeah.
So if we give the username, um, enter username,
Yes,
user should be able to enter a username.
yes.
So it won't ask for a sign up, right? Submit.
No, you need to enter all these fields. Then and then you can submit it. You can't
Yeah,
test
once.
individually all the one.
Okay, shall I put submit for this one as well? Because
No, you can't submit with only just username. No, then it will be invalid test case. You need
okay.
to submit, enter all the required fields. So if I need to write this test case, how I will write you explain. This all mandatory data is there. Yes,
Yeah.
you write one test case with all required data in correct format. Yes,
Okay.
and then you write specifically concentrate on enter this in invalid format, so it will be rejected.
Yeah.
Understood? So when you are writing the test case for concentrating on just with username, so you can't have just with username. So you need to say enter a valid username, enter a valid password, enter this, enter that, and then click on submit button.
Yeah. In username, it should be only letters or it could be digits.
So
That,
that
that is right.
yeah, the requirement says you can have alphanumeric, then you have to have a valid username with just alphabets. You can have valid username with just numbers, and you can have combination of alphanumeric values.
Okay.
And the negative test cases, you can have the range. It might not accept special character, mostly not. So you can say a username with special character. Yes.
Yeah.
So if I let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? When you see, let me know.
Yeah. Can you maximize, please?
Yeah. Can you see?
Yeah.
So sign up with valid data. This is my test. Okay. Forget about the purpose of anything. Then I say enter. All steps are there. Then enter valid username. Yes. Enter valid password. Enter repeat password. Yes.
Hmm. Confirm password.
Yes. Yeah. What? Enter.
Submit.
No. I'm just checking all the required fields. All other required fields. Yes. I'm bunching them together. Click on submit. Yes,
Yeah.
this is your test. In here, valid, then you can say yes, copy this. The username field accepts numbers only. Yes, alphanumeric. So say numbers. Yes,
Yeah.
so this is your positive test case. If I want to do concentrate on negative, Okay, sign up with invalid username. Yes, then you say enter invalid username, enter valid password. Yes, enter valid repeat password means correct. Enter
What could be that enter invalid username means, like what will it take as a invalid?
just like that. Okay, invalid. Let me discuss invalid. Username criteria. Okay, it accepts alphanumeric value. Yes, then you enter use special special character. Yes, it accepts 15. It is 15 digit or not digit char, I will say. Yeah, long. Yes, characters long. So it can have, so you enter 16 char long, will be rejected. Yes, empty space, you can leave it. Yes, you can just leave it blank. Empty means blank. You can type something a like this and put something like this, see what happens. It's this comes as a test data. Okay,
Yeah.
you need to combine this one, but this is the criteria we have. Based on that you need to test it for the UI stuff. So when you are writing a test case, when you are writing test case for a big form, yes, so when
Yeah.
you write a test case for a big form, you don't say concentrate on one bit, all the fields should be added. But when you have the negative test for a specific field, in the particular specific field only you enter invalid, then valid. Yes, understood?
Yeah.
So if I am writing invalid password stuff, yes, then what I will say, I will enter everything valid, then here it will have invalid. Even you can repeat that invalid password. Yes, repeat the password, enter repeat password. So as for example, you know there are two fields for passwords, one is password and one is confirm password. Yes, password and confirm password. So in that case what you do, it accepts minimum 5, then you enter 1 2 3 4 5, 1 2 3 4 5,
Yeah.
then it becomes invalid. Yes,
Yeah.
then it will be rejected, something else there, some other criteria. Now you want to test the repeat password functionality. Yes, so in this case what you will do, exactly everything repeated, and then you say enter a valid password. Okay, password, enter a different repeated password. Okay, agree?
Yeah.
So even though it accepts valid something like this is my password, yes, and this would be a valid password for most of this company, most of any websites, yes. because it has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Yes,
Mhm.
so this is like a strong password because it has alphabets, it has uppercase, lowercase, numbers, and special characters. But if I put, what is difference in here? My M is lowercase in this case. Yes,
Mhm.
so this makes this repeat password is different, invalid. So this is, but when you are writing, when there are 5 fields, mandatory fields, then you have to enter these all 5 fields in your test case, means in your test steps. The first one, there was only one, nothing was there. Yes,
Yeah.
that's why. So as for example, let me create something. Okay, Hotmail, I don't have account Hotmail, so create free account. So when I create a free account, it says something like this. Yes,
Yeah.
and I will enter something. So it has to accept these all and so if I put something in here, okay, I'm putting, click next. This is all, so you need to enter these all stuff there. Click tick and click on next. What are
Yeah.
other websites for registration? Any website where there is registration, you have to have this one. Okay, if you want to tick it. If there are other fields, then you can concentrate on other fields and write the test cases. Any other question? Okay, share your screen then. So now you go to this our requirement document. So you go, when you write the test cases for sign up, scroll down. Yes. Yes, here. Then when you write the test cases, you need to say required username, email address, choose password, confirm password. This is required name. Location not mandatory. Student name not mandatory. No, student location not mandatory. Bio not mandatory. So you can skip. But whenever these mandatory fields, you need to enter all these fields, and then at the end you click on submit button. Yes.
Yeah.
This way you can verify it accepts the valid stuff. For the invalid stuff, even though you concentrate on only one thing, but all of the rest of things should be valid. So you can specifically state or say this particular field is rejected or accepted. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one then. Next one is login. So here in login, there are two ways. You need to enter valid password and valid username, means username and password. In invalid, you can have to have both things, invalid username but valid password. Whatever you specifically previously generated and created, yes, for your account, so that valid. You have the valid username but invalid password. Yes. So this is how. But did we do this requirement analysis for this?
No, we didn't do.
So go back to your requirements and just let's write the requirements first.
we wrote.
Yeah, we wrote it. So the way I told you, you need to write the test case. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next requirement. The more and more you go, then will be difficult. What is next? The
Design.
user will be able to view the dashboard which contains the details such as courses, assignment, quizzes. So here this requirement you need to break down into three requirements. You can see courses, you can see assignments, and you can see the quizzes. Yes.
Yeah.
So write these three requirements. Based on that, we will write the test cases. Yes, quizzes. So now let's directly design the test case for these requirements now itself. Yes.
Yeah.
So now go to this. What is this called? The other tab.
Test cases.
Yes, test cases. View, user can view the dashboard. Here you need to be specific what specific thing you want to view. Yes.
So shall I put only at the courses?
First is on the dashboard courses. Yes, then you can say courses. User can view courses on the dashboard. You can simply just say that. The purpose of the test case is to verify that the user should be able to view courses on the dashboard. Yes, correct.
So now it will be the same launch.
Yes. Then what happens? You are ticking something wrong. First thing you need to log in. So the next step is login.
Okay.
You need to complete have all the steps of login. You if you want, you can bunch those login steps together. Yes.
Just now
No, so where are you entering username and password?
on the login page.
So where is that step? You have put one thing that click on the login. Yes. If you want to bunch those steps together, you can say login into the system. Yes. But normally when you are learning, don't do that. Just write step by step, enter username, enter password. Yes. And click on login. This will direct you.
So this login, click on login will come down, isn't it?
Yes. No, there is another. Here you need to be specific. Click on the login page.
Okay,
Yes, you are
login.
right. Click on the login page from the home page. When you go to the login, then you enter username and password. Yes. Then again you need to click on login. Correct. You are right. So click on login button from the home page, enter username and a password. Click on the login button from the login screen or page, correct. So just you add the button.
Yeah.
Now what you will do? So directly when you log in, you will be on the dashboard. Yes.
Yeah.
So here, so verify. Here the step verify that the dashboard displays the courses. Verify the dashboard displays. Verify the dashboard page with courses appears on the screen. This sounds little bit bigger, so you can just say verify the dashboard displays the course details. Yes, that will be easier for you.
Verify the dashboard displays.
The course details. Here there will be two things, okay? Some courses you need to purchase. Am I right?
Yeah.
And some courses will be there. So here you can there will be some test cases to write the test cases to display the purchased courses. Yes. So accordingly you write the steps.
Now it makes sense, Piyush?
Yes, verify the dashboard page displays the you can remove the which, we don't need which there.
Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, right?
What?
Page. If I take off which,
Remove the page as well. No, verify the dashboard displays the course details or courses. Yes, you can, if you want, the dashboard is a page, so yeah, verify the dashboard displays the courses. Yes.
yeah.
Next one.
Next one.
No, in the next one you write the, yes, this stuff. So here we missed one step. Yes, that step is to add one column with test data. So this test data field, so can before the requirement ID, you enter that field test data. Okay, so this is how you improve. This is what is this called improvement. Okay,
Okay.
so when you have the formatted whatever format you have for your test cases, you just prepare based on that. You are not missing anything, but we are learning now. Yeah, so I don't keep anything. Okay, this is the, but and this is the mistakes we make, and accordingly we remember, okay, this field should be there and accordingly we can learn more and more and be precise. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so in here, uh, enter valid mobile number with international code step is there. Yes. In
Mm-hmm.
there you can make up some number 0044 and other 10 digits you can add. So this will be your test data.
Here only, right?
No, not in there. The field is enter valid mobile number with international code. There.
So everything will be the same, right?
Yeah. Not you don't need to worry about this test data, but you need to have that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's carry on. What?
So here, enter a valid mobile number.
Yeah. No, don't worry about entering this all stuff now. Let's concentrate on our learning process. Yes, you can enter for the first test case, but not everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
So in the end, we can add what data. When you say invalid, valid, then you can have the data. So you can have it makes more sense and you learn more.
Yeah.
So write expected results for each step. Testing is just repetition activity. Yes, that's why you need to automate this all repeated test cases. The more you do, the more questions you will have, and these questions will help you to improve step by step.
Yeah, Vijesh.
Yeah, that's fine. So in the end, if there is spelling mistake, we don't need to worry about, okay?
Yeah.
We can concentrate on the learning process. Spellings are not more important at present for us. Okay, let's go to the next test case. From there you can write, this will display all the courses, but at the same time there will be some area on the dashboard, it can display only the purchased courses. Yes, so there might be 20 courses, all courses will be there, but you might have bought only two, the purchase courses. So another test case you can write purchase courses. So do you have account with Udemy?
No.
No. If you go there, if you log in on your home page, it will have so many pages. Okay, so many courses. Then if you have purchased any, then in one section on the dashboard it will display only the purchased courses. It is not there, but we can add it. Okay, courses is so we have to think outside the box. Courses means it will display everything, whatever courses are available on Udemy everywhere, means on this website. Then the purchase courses.
So we are writing as
Another
a
test case, just to verify all the purchase courses are there. So how can you test this one? There are 20 courses, but you bought two courses. Yes?
Vijay, does it comes under point 8?
No, no, no.
Or,
New test case itself.
so again, everything has to come from the beginning.
Yes.
Brijesh,
Yeah.
so this is the another test case 11. So
Let me scroll up. So I'm reading. Here you need to specifically say purchase courses. So here say user can view the dashboard page which contains courses. No. You can see the test case ID doesn't have to be like precise. You can say user can see purchase courses. Okay, so user can view the purchase courses on the dashboard. That is more than enough for the test case name. Okay, user can view the purchased courses on the dashboard. Purchased is a past participle. Yes, so it should be not purchase course, purchased courses means what. Yeah, here we will write the purpose of the test case is to verify that the user should be able to view the courses on the dashboard. No, the user should be able to view all the courses, all the purchased courses, all the purchased all the purchase courses on the dashboard. Personal dashboard, use the word personal dashboard or profile. Yeah, so it is a personal dashboard. So when you test it, what you do it, So here when you test it, this test case will be 1, yes, but you end up writing this executing this test case multiple time. How? You buy one course. So here you can be
Yeah.
specific, one course, two course, three course. So here we are training, and that's why we made it like we are putting all the courses. But when you test it, you say out of 20 courses, 5 courses are bought, and all the 5 courses are displayed correctly.
Yeah.
Yes?
So it's like a permutation combination.
Yes. And as for example, here you say there is no course bought. Then you go there and say empty. The purchase course is null. Yes?
Yeah.
So like this you can say. Next.
So that
Yeah.
that is one of the next test case, right? Um,
Now
so
go to the requirement. So in the requirements we have talked about the assignments. So here how you write the test cases for the assignments. All the courses might not have assignments. Yes.
yeah,
So these assignments are only for the bought courses.
yeah,
So you write the test case that one of the courses has some assignments and they are all displayed correctly. So some course had 5 assignments, some courses might have 20 assignments. Yes.
yeah,
So specifically you need to verify it. So you need to upload a course with 2 assignments, and you verify the two all the 2 assignments are there. You upload a course which has 5 assignments. Verify it has got 5 assignments display. You upload a course, it has no assignments, and verify that there is no assignments linked to this particular course. Yes,
yeah,
agree? So let's
yeah.
go to the test case and write. So here what you do? Now you will realize the common step 1, common step 2. So
Yeah.
in common step 1 you can have two things. In common step 2 you can have some more things. In common step you can go to like that. Yes. So these repeated steps you can overwrite something as a bunch them together as common steps, but we are not doing at present.
Yeah. How do we bunch them?
So let's open this sheet 1 and say common steps. I show you. Sheet 3, open that sheet 3 and name it yeah, there. Write common steps. Common steps 1.
Yeah,
So you write the step 1. Some call it common step, some call it general step. Okay.
yeah,
So step 1, there you need to word step 1 itself. Write word step 1, yeah. Launch browser or launch Chrome. Launch Chrome. Step, no, it should be in two different things, not in one shell. That launch Chrome, it should be in different shell. Yes, launch Chrome. Step 2, launch brijeshvirola.com. Yes, it has two steps only. For let and put another one, common steps 2, something else like this. So new line, common steps 2. Why do you want to keep the step 3, step 4? Whatever not necessary, you need to get rid of. Yes.
Yeah.
And common step 2, launch Chrome, launch brijeshvirola.com. Step 1, step 2, you need to put it there. Okay. Launch Chrome, launch brijeshvirola.com.
What is the difference? Both are same, right?
They are both same, but in this other step they have an extra step, and the first two they have only 2 steps. This will have 3 steps. Understood? So step 3, login into the system. Login into the system. Yes. So why we have separated these 2 steps? So at some places we have to follow these 2 steps only. Am I right?
Yeah.
Launch Chrome and launch brijeshvirola.com. In some cases we have some other steps. What are the other steps? Like launch Chrome, launch brijeshvirola.com, click on login button on the home page, enter username, enter password, click on login button. So these all steps I'm bunching together, login into the system. Yes,
Yeah.
agree? Now you can have common steps 4 even. No, common steps 3 even. In what case? You want to verify something from the purchase course. Yes. Now you are a tutor and you want to upload some courses, you want to upload some assignments, you need to upload some quizzes. So you can have some common steps 3. As a tutor, launch this, login into the system, go to the tutor section and go to
Yeah.
the courses and upload some courses. Yes.
Yeah.
So this is how you do it.
How do we write that in test cases?
Which one?
The common step 1, common step 2.
So
So instead of
yeah, we will do it now. Where is that next test case we have to write for the purchase course? Yes. So just title everything for the purchase course and everything.
purchased courses,
Yeah.
user can view the purchased course on the dashboard.
Okay. This then next one is assignments. Yes.
Yeah.
So let's write for the assignments. No, here you are not copy. See, you are copying and pasting. But when you copy and paste it, you need to make sure your test case is correct. Your verification should not change. So step 7, there will be an extra step. Click on the purchase courses button. Yes. Or whatever it is and verify only purchase courses are displayed. Yes. So here you verify all the purchase courses are displayed.
User will be able to view all the purchased courses.
Yes. So here in the step data, this test case is one, okay? But you need to repeat multiple times. You buy one course, verify one course is there, yes? Buy two courses, so there are some steps there. So when you say purchase courses, you need to add some one extra step. Process for buying a step is 7 and 8. Verify all the purchase courses are displayed, yes? So step 7, purchase a course, comma courses.
Purchase.
Purchase a course slash courses. This should be two separate test cases, but I'm bunching them together for you. Purchase a course slash courses. Yes. Let's repeat the same, copy the whole test again. So I can show you how you can use the common steps. Because instead of going to the other one, I can show with this one only as well.
You copy this.
Yes, and paste it there. Can you see you are not duplicating any test case or not overwriting anywhere? Scroll up little bit. Okay, so you are writing correct. Oh, that's fine. So then here I just want to show you how you can uh, uh, use the common steps. Yes. So go to that perfect test case. So I can see that exact test case. So okay, that is the one. So you don't need launch Chrome. Delete launch Chrome. Delete this brijeshvirola.com. You here you need to write exactly, okay, not just brijeshvirola dot launch url brijeshvirola.com, okay, launch url dash brijeshvirola.com. So it should be understood. Okay, go down. Not in now, don't write anything now. Go down, log in into the button, delete it, enter username, delete it, enter password, delete it. Now you have gone to this your dashboard. Yes, you log in successfully. So here go up to the one, go up, scroll up to the first. Here go up, yeah, at one, follow common steps 2, because we call it common steps 2. Yes,
Okay. Common steps two or common steps two. We are following this one, so it contains all these three.
yes, go back to there, I show you. So here it contains everything. So all these expected results you don't need to have as well. So you can delete it. So it saves your time. So now you go to, yeah, yes. So now you can copy this and put on the top. Yes. So it saves that much time. Every time you don't need to repeat it. Yes. Yes. So the rest of the things you can delete it. So you know that how much time it will save. Ne? Every time you write launch this URL, no, launch this browser, launch this URL, log in this, it, it reduces your work. Now in the common steps, go back to common steps. Here you need to write literally expect a result for everything. Okay. So here common steps one, steps, yes, step description, you can add one row.
Shall I put this as step description?
Yes. No, but you need to add one row then first. Not like that. Not like that. Because this common steps one is a title. So after title, not a column, row I said. Row. At number two you press it, yeah, and insert. Yes. So instead of you put steps one and steps two, in number two A put just steps. Yeah, put that steps. Steps. Go to the next B and put steps description. Yes. Next, steps expected result, or just you can put expected result.
Yeah.
Yes. Write expected results for literally everything. Okay, this is your homework. Do you have any question?
No.
Definitely no.